Oh, right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to She Can't Stop Crying when she instantly regrets divorcing her husband. Jump in, guys.
World, you can have the best parents, the best family, but nothing replaces that relationship you have with a spouse. Because I grieve that life so hard. Then all of a sudden, this man ghosts me. Sometimes I get a little sad about being single and not having a partner, to go to sleep with every night. I still get hit with the grief and the loneliness of it all. Then another family comes and it's a mom, a dad, and a son his age. And they're all three playing together, and the kid says something funny and they both laugh and look at each other and talk about it. And I literally had to leave the park because I started sobbing. It feels really heavy and really overwhelming still. And sometimes I just feel really tired.
Welcome back, family. Today we are reviewing yet another modern woman who decided to leave her 10-year-old marriage to go chase after Chad and Tyrone just to get pumped and dumped and ghosted on repeat. We are going to first start by watching her crying while regretting her divorce when she sees a nuclear family playing in the park.
I'm a single mom of a 2.5-year-old. I've been split up from my ex for about 10 months now. I still get hit hard sometimes with the grief and the loneliness of it all. I took him to the park and we were playing alone for a long time, and he was saying cute things, funny things, and I was texting my mom and my sister and, telling them what he said. And then another family comes and it's a mom, a dad, and a son his age. And they're all three playing together, and the kid says something funny and they both laugh and look at each other and talk about it. And I literally had to leave the park because I started sobbing. Because I grieve that life.
You grieve a life that you had. That's so funny. And something else that I noticed about modern women is how they romanticize their bad decisions. They romanticize their bad decision to make sure you can feel a certain way about their results.
So hard. You can have all the support in the world. You can have the best parents, the best family, but nothing replaces that relationship you have with a spouse. Mommy. And your kid. And sometimes it just feels so overwhelming that it still feels so heavy. And that the guilt still eats away at me, even though I know it was the right decision. Just the guilt that I can't give my son that life.
There are no phones connected. Connect a phone and try again.
It feels really heavy and really overwhelming still. And sometimes I just feel really tired. This is all to say, if you're doing this too, you're not alone. It freaking sucks. I don't know when it's supposed to get easier. I don't know if it ever will. I don't know if this is just the pain I feel forever. But if it is, I feel it with you.
There we go again with that fake motivation BS.
Yeah.
This woman can barely spend a whole day without...
Also, we forgot the music, man. Usually they put a music in the background. But she didn't put it right this time around.
crying, but she wants to talk about motivating others. These modern women are slaves to their emotions. They divorce their husbands based on temporary feelings, and now they get jealous every time they see other families that are happy together. That is why they come here on the internet to act all tough, trying to convince other women to divorce their husbands by telling them that it gets better. But in reality, it never gets better for these modern women. They always cry most of the time when they are alone because their emotions always get the best of them. Now, before we watch how this woman got pumped and dumped and ghosted by Chad, let's first watch this clip that will prove to you how these overly emotionally unstable modern women are slaves to their feelings and that it actually never get better for them.
Welcome back.
And also before she start talking, notice how these females, they have a nice house, nice kitchen, nice everything. It just shows you how entitled some of these people are. Completely entitled. They have money. They probably get good child support. They're very entitled. That's why you have to be very careful with your daughters, guys. I think you have to show kids the value of money. And I think, personally, if you don't do that, they become people like this, where they use your beauty, their way of talking, to get away with certain things, their emotions. All of a sudden, they end up in a position where they still think that by getting a divorce, they're still going to be in the upper hand. I personally think divorce is just the epitome of you making bad decisions. After that, it's just everything goes down. Everything goes down.
Back to my divorce diaries. We're going to call this episode 3. It's been quite some time since my last 2. And the truth is, I have been unwell. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, this has been kicking my ass. I have been in the trenches trying to get out. And what's so weird is, like, a couple months ago, I would have been like, I think I'm almost healed. Like, I think I'm, like, pretty good. And then some more things happened, and it knocked me on my ass all over again. And I felt like I was starting over. So that's the truth. I've been unwell. Mommy! Just know the girlies who are doing this along with me, like, it will go like this. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Like, some days I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm chilling.
I'm fine. I'm chill when I'm talking with that when a Chad or a Tyrone. When the Chad or Tyrone's not there with them anymore, then that's when you go down, all right?
And then other days I'm like, please sedate me. Sometimes I do have a moment of just like, this is the hardest thing that I said I would never be able to get through, and I am getting through it. Like, look at me go. I feel like I've had some things on my mind that have just been like really good topics of conversation, and I wanted to like chat about them because I find them so fascinating. This is what I want to talk about. This has thrown me for such a loop, and I have been asking so many people about this topic, and it has been mind-blowing that everyone seems to have the same experience. And that is how men and women handle this so differently. I have gained a very cute group of divorced girlfriends who are also like single moms around my age, just going through the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, man, a bunch of losers, man. Bunch of losers. That's why you are like, this is the thing that misery keep company. She think by being surrounded divorces and single mom that she's going to get the support that she needs. No, you guys are going to keep all of you guys inside a bucket. It's like crabs in the bucket mentality. Every time that you will try to just get out of that bucket, they're going to pull you down. They're going to pull you down. They're going to tell you, no, you have to divorce him. Oh, that's a nice guy. He did that. Just leave him. I can guarantee you a lot of these decisions that a lot of these females make is because, guys, they're just hanging out with the wrong people. And a lot of these girlfriends and all that stuff, I was watching Anton Daniel, shout out to him, video about how a nurse was basically saying, like, if you guys have wives or husbands that work in a hospital or a doctor, you'll be surprised how many of these people are just sleeping with each other. I mean, It just makes sense when they're surrounded by that environment. They're gonna start making bad decisions. Everybody's gonna be sleeping with everybody. Everybody's gonna be covering for everybody. Like it's just the same mentality goes for females that are just divorcees or single moms. They want to keep everybody in that mentality. No way they're gonna just wish you their best. But somehow they're making these decisions. I guess they like them.
It's a car. He's so smart. And this is what it is. Women and men grieve so differently. Like, every woman I've talked to that has gone through this has been unwell at the beginning for like a while. Like, they are hit with it. Like, they are bedridden. They are sad. They're devastated. Even if they're the ones that wanted the divorce or called it off or whatever, like, it still hits them. Like, they're grieving the life they thought they were going to have. They're grieving the commitment they made, the end of the family unit, like whatever, and it takes them out.
Well, hold up.
Men?
I like how she just closed that the cup.
Still hits them. Like, they're grieving the life they thought or called it off. They are
She
sad. They're devastated.
She started,
even if they're the ones that wanted the divorce or called it off or whatever, like it's that way. But I've now talked to several divorced men who have become my friends too that are just like it happens and they're like, oh yeah, I'm out there. Like I have to stay busy. I have to
because when we use that energy to overcome, guys, but to slay that dragon. We had to slay that dragon. And what happened is what doesn't kill you make you stronger, right? That's where that comes from.
Distract myself. I have to not think about it. They can legitimately take their feelings, which they all say they feel stuff, right? Put it in a box and put it on a shelf and just like have it be on a shelf. I have no shelves. I have no boxes. Like what I am feeling is all in me all the time. And if I'm feeling it, you'll hear about it. It's been so fascinating to me how their logical brains can just take over and it becomes so little about how they're feeling, how they're coping, how they're letting their feelings ride out, and more about what they can control. If they're not dating, they're going to the gym twice a day. If they're not going to the gym twice a day, they're picking up a new hobby. And I think they're onto something. I think there is something to this. So that's what I've been practicing.
Yeah, because the man, I do believe our struggles are not in the outside. It's always inner. Our demons are always trying to take over. So we have to make sure ways to just tame that demon. That's why we have to read a lot, go do stuff to make sure we don't go crazy.
I feel like when people say like you have to feel your feelings, you have to let it all out. Like I have no problem with that. Like
that's the worst advice ever.
Oozes out of me. It comes out like throw up, like vomit. But like what I have been doing the past few weeks that I feel like has really made a huge difference is controlling the things in my life that I can control, because there's so much that I can't. I have started working out a ton, like taking it more seriously with like lifting and my diet. I have really focused on my female friendships. Those friendships have been so fulfilling for me in a different way than romantic relationships have been. And I'm just trusting in God's timing. Like a beautiful romantic relationship will come for me when the time's right. And that's been really hard for me because I feel like I have this void that I want to fill, but I don't want to do it with the wrong thing. I've been feeling like I need to just like focus on myself, my son. I mean, he gets...
Also notice how her voice inflection. She's trying to be so young and hip so hard that her voice inflection is just so hard to listen to. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying so hard to be hip and hot young, and it's coming out so try hard.
It's plenty of attention, don't worry. Like, my life, my body, my health, my happiness, my friends, my family, hobbies. So, if you're doing this, if you're in the middle of this, and you're like, why am I still struggling? Like, no worries, I'm like 8 months in, and some days I still feel like it will take me out. So just know I'm right here with you. Like, did you fart? Like, I feel for you.
What the
I
hell?
sometimes pray the days away. Like, I cannot wait for it to be the end of the day because that means I made it through another day. But, like, I have to remind myself
Yeah.
that this is a season. Like, we
And imagine this is their first time going through turbulence like this. Remember, guys, our heart get broken very early on, so we go through this multiple times. Our crush doesn't want us, so we go through multiple times. So if you're a regular guy, you go through this multiple times in your lifestyle, so you kind of know already the roads, so you get much better with it. And especially when you start dating a lot of females at the same time, you start noticing that a lot of these stuff it's easier to just get through.
have so much happiness ahead of us. And it's all going to feel so much more beautiful when we've been through this really shitty bullshit. I've missed you guys. I love you guys. I'm happy to be back. Hey, love ya. Bye.
All right.
Of course, men have to keep going and do what need to be done even though they don't feel like it. Because when men stop being productive, the world stops moving as well.
Yeah.
On the other hand, all we heard from this woman was, me, 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 me. I want, I need, I. They break families for stupid reasons. Because they truly think that they have unlimited options out there.
Yeah.
And now they don't know what to do when they realize that Chad only wants to pump and dump them. Check it out.
Okay, I need my girlie's opinion on this because I'm stumped. I don't know what to do, but I just think it's so crazy. So, I was married 10 years. I think the term ghosting came out like sometime during my marriage. Like beforehand, I don't know. Like I never had really heard of it, whatever. So, one guy I was talking to for months. I was seeing him 1 to 2 times a week.
Playing games. She's playing games, man. See? No wonder she get ghosted. You're playing games, lady. You're playing games. That's why you're getting ghosted.
Dating without the title. I don't know. Like, we were, like, spending time together every day, talking every day. Then all of a sudden, this man ghosts me. I don't hear from him for, like, 3 or 4 days. I am not a pursuer. I like to be pursued.
There
so
you go.
I don't reach out to him either.
There you go, playing
And
games.
I finally decide, like, this is weird. Is he alive? Like, so I send him a text. Hello, are you alive? I don't hear from him for another day or 2. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm alive. I just went out of town and just kind of, like, disconnected. Okay. Hope you had a good time. We, like, talk a little bit, whatever. Don't hear from him again for another few days. So then I kind of call him out and I'm like, are you ghosting me? And he's like, no, I've just been like disconnecting. Since then, I have not talked to him for, I don't know, it's been a couple weeks at this point. We went from speaking every single day,
Such
all
a
day
chat.
sometimes.
Such a Chad move, man. Oh, guys, let's listen to these stories, man. Listen to these stories and listen to what kind of man they're attracted to. They're attracted to the man that is not available, guys.
Seeing each other 1 to 2 times a week to nothing. This is what pisses me off though. Like, I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you're getting back with an ex. Like I have not cried tears over this because like my feelings weren't strong anyways. I just think it's incredibly disrespectful to like take so much of someone's time and just like discard them like they are trash. Like that just feels so cruel. I don't care, even lie to me. Like make up any excuse in the book, but like to have zero communication is wild to me. So like what would you guys do? Because part of me wants to chew him out and just be like, hey, grow a pair, be an adult, and like communicate whatever it is you need to communicate with me. The other part of me is like, I don't want to give him any satisfaction that I've lost.
Lady, you're putting all these videos on TikTok. He's probably watching these videos on TikTok. You're a done deal, lady. You're a done deal. You're a done deal. She had no idea what you're talking about, man. Females like this, it's just why the dating scene's destroyed, why marriage is destroyed. It's all about her, me. She doesn't even know that he's playing the game on her. The thing is, it's not about here's what happened, guys. If the guy decide to just give her that attention that she's seeking, it's a done deal, guys. She will not be attracted to him anymore. Because she's only attracted to that toxic response, guys. Let me know what you guys see in the comment section below. In the meantime, guys, I'll see you next one.